Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's the Christian and Daniel Show.
Well, hello, everyone. It's just Christian today. Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show. And there he is.
Hello.
Remember me? You know exactly. We both know exactly what we were referencing.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Oh, Weezer.
You haven't changed a bit.
Well, you sure have.
Not as pleasant as I used to be.
You have more hair in your growing out your nose than your head.
Oh my God.
Anyway, everyone, welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show. It is November 23rd, 19,
folks. 19.
1988.
1999.
Oh my Lord. I want to go back in time all of a sudden. 2022. And I cannot believe we are sliding into the end of the year here. And this is my partner, my partner, the love of my life, Mr. Daniel Garza.
Hey, everybody.
And that's Daniel G. Garza to you.
I'm trying to get... Hold on. I'm trying to get this.
Folks, what's happened is we've had a minor technological hurricane into our lives. All three of our laptops that we own all went haywire and died this week. And even our brand new one, it's not even like 3 months old and it's dead on arrival. It's dead. And they're all getting fixed and taken care of. But so Daniel is actually working off multiple devices, which is why our intro took a few seconds to pop up too. So we've had a major technological hurricane hit us this week. And it's really weird that all of them died like this week.
Okay, I'm going to freeze for a second because I need to go fix it on my phone. Give me a second.
Okay. Well, anyway, folks, I am happy to be back. I'm happy Daniel is back from Puerto Rico. He went there a second time and is within like a month period. Like, I mean, hello. And what's ironic is when he was flying home, he flew home right as this big cold front was taking over basically Texas going east, because our jet stream has been weakening. So it's dipping way down into the south practically. And it's bringing this whole cold front across the Midwest to the east. But yet somehow California is in, we're very pleasantly in 72-degree days. And, our nights have gotten a little cold. We've gotten down into the 50s at night. But I know compared to the Midwest and other states, that's like warm summer weather, very much so summer weather. But this is California, and we're not used to all this. Like, I'll put it this way: even during the day, you see people in ski parkas when it's 70 degrees. You'd think we're dying.
All right, we're on.
Well, anyway, so Daniel on his flight home caught the very earliest stages of this and had to have his plane de-iced, and it delayed the flight, which it always does. And it's always, if anyone's ever flown on flights that had to be de-iced, it is the freaking most stressful, crazy thing, particularly if you don't fly out of airports that usually need to do that. Yeah, Texas is really getting its behind kicked in temperatures. So yes, 50s or lower in Texas, I'm sure. And that's South Texas, folks. That's not the coldest part of the state. But yeah, it's stressful. It adds stress to your flight because you're just like, oh my God, because we all hear the stories about planes that go down because of ice. So you're like, please de-ice it and just gun it and get us out of here. So Daniel was lucky because he caught the early edge of it. So it only gave him a half-hour delay. The next day and from then on, it's been canceled flights and it's been crazy. So Thanksgiving, here we come. This is going to be a very typical East Coast Thanksgiving. Icy cold and snowing.
All right. Well, I think we're set.
Okay.
First of all, welcome
to start the show.
Welcome to all of our friends on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Thank you for joining us. for all our friends on YouTube, make sure you scroll down, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll let you know every time there's a new show on the air. Remember, we've got horoscopes on Monday,
And
Christian and Danny on Wednesdays. Huh?
And the website is no longer Daniel G. Garza. It is Little Mexican.
Little Mexican, yes. So you can actually find us under Little Mexican Productions on YouTube. And remember, we're gonna put up our tree tomorrow, Thanksgiving evening. So we might pop in for a little special episode of Christian and Daniel. Christian and Daniel do Christmas.
The Christmas tree episode. This will be the first tree in a decade that we're putting up together as a couple.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that we include y'all in it. Plus, we know some of our friends who are away from home, and some of our friends who are away from home and are not near their families. Maybe you'd like some company for Thanksgiving Eve. So we'll put up an announcement tomorrow morning as to what time. We're eating about 3 o'clock tomorrow, so we're eating early.
We're picking up our meal at 2:30. So we shouldn't wait too long to eat after that. But you know, my experience and my history in my family, we always ate around 3 o'clock, 3:30, and then that gives you time to have the delicious turkey sandwiches with the leftovers. A few hours later, closer to. Closer to like 6 o'clock when you normally would have like a dinner. But so we really enjoy watching. I like having the meal early so you can have more later on. Because where we get our meals from, God, that sounded so pedestrian. Where we get our Thanksgiving feast from is a really amazing steakhouse here in Culver City called George Petrelli's Steakhouse. And they make everything from scratch, and it's all cooked to order. It's not just sitting around or in a can. It's freaking amazing. And then we usually get the shrimp cocktails as an appetizer before it. And so you get like 8 of these gigantic prawn things that look like dinosaur prawns.
And we've talked about them often. We talked about George Petrelli's often. Okay, we're going to talk. I'm going to pause to talk about a bougie thing. So for those of you that weren't able to listen at the beginning because it was on private and I had to go change it to public, my laptop, his name's Adam, laptop shut down. He died, and we had to send him to he's about to go off to HP to have it fixed. Don't even get me started on that because I would just spoil it.
I'll take whole show.
But then Marcos, who's my backup,
his hard drive decided to die this last week.
For situations that we're not going to talk about, decided to not work. I'm still going to blame people for this, but I'm not going to say any names as to who I'm going to blame for this. But so anyway, Marcos.
I was relieved to hear that Marcos's issue had nothing to do with Christian. That what happened to him was not my fault, because I thought it was, and I felt so bad about it. And
in the world of me, yes, it still does.
What?
I said, in the world of me, yes, I'm still putting it on you, just because.
I'm putting on you because you dropped the laptop, and it damaged the hard drive.
That one didn't fall.
Marcos did. No. Adam, I had nothing to do with Adam. I didn't even touch Adam.
No, my laptop, both of those didn't fall. The one that fell is the one that was.
You're going to say neither one of those laptops in the repair shop fell. One has a cracked screen, and the other one has a chassis.
Hold on. Take it back a notch. The one that cracked, obviously it fell. That's why I had to get a new one. But the second, Marcos didn't fall.
Honey, then you need to look at your chassis on it, because it has. That's exactly what the text said when he looked at it, and I knew it. It's bent, and they don't get bent from sitting on tape.
That didn't have anything to do because it was working up until before.
Right, there was damage that just took time, and it was getting more and more damaged the more it was being used, because it was the hard drive was messed up. He took the hard drive out and examined it. A professional expert did, and he told me exactly what was wrong. It had nothing to do with what I did.
My guy, it sounds funny. I can't fix it. And that's what we're talking about. Is that I have a Google Chrome tablet. I have a Google Chrome. I might buy my headset in a minute. My Google Chrome is what I'm using, but it's not.
How about the lapel mic that you have? Would that plug in and work?
Does that sound better?
Oh, that sounds way better. That's much better.
So I'm trying to figure out what's the best sound, but I'm using my phone to talk.
This is exact. This is perfect. Whatever you did, it's perfect now. Yeah. You see, Micah agrees too.
Everybody's a critic. I'm over you people right now.
Okay, so, and happy Thanksgiving to you, Micah. I can't believe it's here already. Wow. And it's really fun because my neighbor's been prepping her house for like 2 weeks, getting it ready because she's hosting her first Thanksgiving ever with her family. So it's really kind of funny to see. She's made so many cute improvements around the backyard and the house. I'm like, wow, it's awesome. But yeah, the computers, there are reasons why things went wrong. And I'm just grateful it actually, whether you believe it or not, it wasn't my fault that Marcos is down. But Marcos is going to get a brand new hard drive and he'll run for another 5-6 years before something else happens.
On the bright side. And then I'm sending off
our other laptop, the old one. I think I've been calling him Bruno, with the cracked. And what's funny, it's the LED screen's not cracked. It's just the cover of it that's broken.
Yeah.
But they can't order. They're molded as one piece, so you have to order the whole piece. You can't just order the new cover, and it has to come from China, folks, like directly from China. So that's taking a little extra time.
Because not because we work for the company or anything, but I've been buying the same brand of laptop for at least 8 years now.
Oh, easy. Because I think I was getting them too.
And
I've had good experiences with them so far.
Yeah, and even with the cracked screen as it was, I still had to use it for a little bit before I bought a new one.
Yeah.
And both the laptops, this one only, I don't know why it croaked like this, but I used it in Puerto Rico.
It's just it's a hardware. It's just a problem with I suspect it's the motherboard. Something shorted out. It has nothing to do with you. It's a build quality issue. And from what I read online, the newest model, which is the one we got, this has been a very common problem that the motherboards have been failing, and you've had to just.
And it just.
I know.
For anybody, okay, because I have to do a disclaimer. For anybody that knows me, knows that I'm when it comes to like customer service and people, like I'm pretty chill. Like I like people to serve me with a good attitude, but if they don't, I try to turn it around. But
this person was excellent.
I'm not saying they weren't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they weren't. Let me disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I got country all of a sudden, but let me disclaimer.
All of a sudden, you're from the South now, baby. You're from the South.
Let me disclaimer.
Bless her heart.
Gee Willikers.
Yeah.
I was okay with the whole conversation. Is it? Yes, we know you, Mr. Taco Man. Well, I was
know
okay.
What you're talking about. Y'all right.
I was okay until she said, "You're gonna have to send it in." I was like, "Okay." Like I just thought, like, let's swap. You're gonna send me a new one. I was like, well, hold on, because no.
Wait, and
no.
I called my own bad because I didn't really prep Daniel. I know the reality of what I knew what was going to happen, and I knew the reality of it. But I should have prepped Daniel for it because it would have helped him. His expectations would have been lower.
Because she says it's going to be gone for about 3 weeks. I was like, what? What? No.
And she said 3 weeks or a little longer because of the holiday. But she's
no. Do not defend her. She didn't even know.
Because she's not American.
But that's not my problem. Don't speak English then. Shut up. It made sense in my head before I said it. But
obviously,
I like like I already knew that, like I already had an idea that she probably wasn't in the States. Probably.
It'll just be a moment, Charlie. He's having a rant.
But when she tells me that I have to send my laptop in and I'm going to be without my laptop for at least 3 weeks,
2 a month,
maybe a month, but she says it so like, oh, guess what?
That's her job. The customer service is going to be, oh, this is really bad.
It's going to be gone for 3 weeks. I'm like, what? I'm like, this is my work. Like I work on my laptop. Like I need my laptop. And she's like, oh, and I'm like, and then I had to educate her. I'm like, do you realize
you have to educate? You didn't have to educate her. You chose to educate her.
Well, she didn't know.
She
had no idea. She's gonna deal with more people besides me today. We were first thing in the morning. She was gonna deal with more people.
Anyone who ever worked in a call center has had this customer where you have to exercise the empathy that you're taught to show so that they can vent and move on.
And then, of course, it pissed me off even more that she wasn't even reacting to my voice.
No, she can't. That was her trying to keep you.
Well, I've worked customer service. I know what she's supposed to do.
But no, she was trying to diffuse you by not.
That wasn't working. That was making it worse. That was just making it worse. Luckily,
you know what, folks? If she had reacted and been like, "Oh, Mr. Garza, that's so terrible,"
yes,
she's lying. She's not even true. She's not real.
I don't care. Lie to me. To all you customer service people out there, lie to me. Tell me it pains you. Your holiday is ruined because I won't have my laptop. You're going to cry.
I think your holiday is going to be better without it.
You're going to go to the church and light a candle and hope that I am well. But look, as I was talking to her, I was like, oh, wait, you have the Google Chrome that it won't be able to do. Like right now, I've got my phone hooked up. We're streaming on my phone, but I'm looking at my tablet so that make sure that I can. Wait, my phone's dying. I'm going to plug in before it dies. But anyway, so the laptop goes off to get fixed tomorrow, and
then Bruno and Marcos are in at the PC repair shop down the road from me with these 2 guys, and so both Bruno and Marcos are we're waiting for a part for Bruno and a new LED screen. And for Marcos, of course, we're waiting on we're getting a new 1 terabyte hard drive.
But I'm excited because Bruno gets to go to somebody that I really love, and he'll be able to have a laptop and utilize it. So, well, my best friend, one of my best friends.
That was a surprise.
He knows already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, because I asked him like, what would you like for Christmas? And then during that conversation, he mentioned that his laptop wasn't good, and I said, Lee.
No.
And then I said, well, don't buy another laptop. Let me gift you one, and we'll just fix the screen, get it working. And he doesn't use it the way I do.
I just laugh. How bougie have we become? Let us gift you one of our old laptops.
Well, knock on wood, and God bless that I'm a hoarder.
Exactly. Just like when we were giving our family all the pads. They had a very good Christmas with us.
And to answer Charlie, what are we doing for Thanksgiving? We talked about that at the beginning.
Oh yeah, George Petrelli's
for dinner, and we're going to decorate our tree. And we usually spend the whole day in our pajamas, just eating.
Absolutely. Like we are so watching the Lindsay Lohan Christmas.
Yes.
I got
about tacos again. No, this time I was not bitching about tacos. I was actually.
It's about his laptop being gone for a month.
She probably would suggest, don't worry, use your typewriter.
The fax machine.
I would be the one.
And so, Charlie, real quick question for you: are you home now? I hope you're home for the holidays. That would be wonderful. And getting a handle on how everything's working for you. Oh yeah, no, that iPad is good. That's a good iPad. iPads. What I love about Apple stuff, not much of it goes bad except for the iPhone. iPhones. They go bad purposely, so they make you have to buy a new one. But the iPads will keep up and they stay good. Like my iPad's a few years old now. I'm not going to get a new one. I don't need a new one. It works perfectly and it's amazing. And I'm so happy you still have it, Nancy.
I was very anti-Apple until the one conference that I did virtually that they sent me.
He gave you one.
Yeah.
You still have it, right? Yeah, they literally gave him one, folks. Like he got a free iPad.
You got a free iPad with the
cover. Oh, with the keyboard cover.
Yeah.
I had to buy all that, but they gave it to him.
This was
not the training.
This was the HIV, the U.S. conference, and the one that I just went to Puerto Rico. It was virtual, and they won. If you got the scholarship, they sent you the whole thing, and I did. I got the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah. I bet you guys. Yeah, I mean, when I'm going on short trips, instead of taking a whole laptop, I just take my iPad and work off of it, and it works really well.
And now he also takes this Remarkable.
Oh my God, yes.
He has this new toy. It was a very bougie Keeping Up with the Joneses purchase, which I'll
show you in a minute.
I'm so grateful he could do it. Like Daniel's come from a time when he would have just looked at someone with that and just said, "Wow, that's I want someday," to getting to the stage where he can afford to get it for himself. I think that's amazing. I know it's called Remarkable, and it's basically liquid paper. It's an electronic liquid paper, and you can write on it just in cursive, whatever your writing is, and convert it to normal text, and it will import it into a PDF for you that you could share on, in the cloud with your other systems. It honestly is remarkable. It's appropriately made. And it is thinner than like maybe 10 pages of paper. It is so thin. And
this is it, and this is a notebook.
Yeah, look at that. It's so amazing, and it has the pen for it. It just clicks like the iPad. It just clicks on and magnetically on the side. But like I said, the iPad's done that for years. But
now let me say for all the networks we're on, I am not being sponsored by Remarkable nor Apple, but I saw this. One of the gentlemen that I worked with on one of the campaigns had it, and I was like, that is so cool. And I just happened to get this little bonus, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to splurge on me and get something that I really want. Because when Christian met me, I was not technically advanced. I did not really, I had my desktop and I was happy. That's all I needed. But I want to acknowledge, Charlie, thank you. I'm so glad that we had a little chat about stuff. So I'm glad
I'm glad you guys connected. That was going to be my next question.
You're welcome. Yeah, we felt like the rich California uncles the day that here you go. Everybody gets a tablet, and
everybody gets one. You get a tablet. You get a tablet, and you get a tablet.
Yeah, but now when I travel, if I'm going to be somewhere for a long time, I take my laptop and I take my little tablet. And now I take my Remarkable. I'm so high. Yeah, I couldn't function without them. He
can't anymore. No. Just look how he reacted when he's losing his laptop for a month. 3 weeks to a month. He still is so mad about it.
And then I got really insulted when she was like, "Is there any damage?" I'm like, "These are my children." No, there's no damage.
Except for Marcos. But yeah, so
Mark, shut up.
I'm going to show you when we get it back.
Love you. Smack you. But anyway, so that's our.
My iPad is basically, I have an iMac, which I'm on now, and then I have my iPad. And what I love about them is everything that's on my iMac, everything's going on my iMac. I turn on my iPad, I'll open up my iPad, and what I love is it has all the same website, the web browser's identical to what's on my screen right now. So I can go between the devices seamlessly, and I could take this conversation and go walk around to my room on my iPad. It just wouldn't look weird because I'm holding it. But I do appreciate that integration. And if they made an iPhone that was worth paying the obscene amount of money they want for them, and it was better than a Samsung product, which none of them have been, and they still are not, I would gladly switch to an iPhone so I could have that complete, system unity. Everything connects with everything, and everything's available on everything. But
So that's why I use the Windows and Google
yeah,
Chrome. Like that's why working on the Google Chrome has not been difficult, because
Yeah.
it's the exact same
yeah,
that I use on all my laptops. So it's really convenient.
and
But
it's like Apple. It's fully linked with every device that uses Google.
yeah,
So
But
that is a
anyway.
nice benefit. I'm just not willing to go back to PCs for this reason. 3 PCs are in the shop. My iMac, which is a 2015 iMac, still working perfectly, and my iPad, same story. So I'm not willing to sacrifice. The bigger stuff, Apple gets right. The phone, they just came to that party really late. So I know there's iPhone users out there. They're wonderful. They aren't bad products. I'm just saying they're not equivalent to me, in my personal opinion. They're not equivalent to what I have. So
congratulations on your
hey, thank you.
Well,
Bringing that
Mike
up.
is on the same list. Congratulations
Well,
to both of us. Yeah.
But that's why he's able to say that.
A lot of my very good friends made the list this year. Well, because I have a lot of Latino friends. A lot of my Latino friends are on there. So for anybody not knowing, it's Pause Magazine's top 100 Latinos, advocates, activists, and instigators in the HIV community. And I would say about 15 of my friends, give or take, made the edition this year. So I wish they would bring us all together for a big retreat or something, so that we could all like really get to know each other. But
that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, Micah, my friend Steven Vargas, Damien from NMAC, several other people from NMAC, some other people that were just at the conference, at the training that I was facilitating in Puerto Rico. Some of the people in the audience were part of the 100. But I made 2 top lists this year, so I'm really excited. I made the top 25 Plus magazine back in June, and then the top 100 in December. So that's shut up.
For all that, those are our plans for Thanksgiving are pretty basic. They're just us enjoying really delicious made-to-order food that we've had for what now? We've been doing this for maybe 3 years now, 4 years now. And we also we've traditionally, when we've been home, if it's for Christmas and New Year's, we've done New Year's Eve, prime rib for New Year's Eve, and then we've also done Christmas, where they offer, you just get a steak dinner or some type of whatever appeals to you. But the food there is like, but you were going to describe George Petrelli's, because you're very good at that. Like if you eat at the restaurant, it's like walking back
into
the 70s.
But before I talk about that, I just want to, because Mike is so cool about addressing stuff. I was just on Micah's show yesterday, Monday. Today's Wednesday, Monday, because I did the show from your place. So we did a panel show on Monday, which actually Micah, Steve Vargas, Eddie, and I forget the other gentleman's name. Mike, if you can help me with that. But 5 of us who were on that top 100, he brought us on a panel show to talk about our work and what we do in the community. So thank you, Micah, for, yes, it was Monday, yeah. Micah's really good about putting shows together like that, so I congratulate him. And congratulations on your promotion. He just got promoted. He just got a job in San Antonio. Yes, Alberto out of Florida. And Micah just got a job in San Antonio, so I'm really proud of him. Congratulations. Yeah. So he's gonna be doing amazing stuff. He's gonna be doing amazing stuff out there. I know he is. But yeah, anyway, so George Petrelli's is like, okay, let me put you in the mindset.
Now, this is George Petrelli's Steakhouse in Culver City, Southern California.
So let me get you in the mindset. Imagine you're watching an episode of Starksy and Hutch, because that always gives me the groove of that. It's like old shag carpeting, but not like real shag. It's kind of like shag carpeting. It's tall booths with kind of like the. Is it the leather?
Yeah, it's black.
The leather. But everything is like 1960s, late 60s, early 70s. I always think like I said, I always think like Kojak, Telly Savalas, Starsky and Hutch, like all those 70s.
On top of that, Mama Petrelli still works the front desk there.
Oh my God.
Bless her. God bless her.
God.
She's the nicest lady. But man, she just kind of fits the whole aesthetic. And all their waiters are they're older waiters. They're not young. Yeah. There are no young people working there.
There's no young people there. There's no young people.
It makes for the atmosphere. And these waiters, they do old-fashioned service. Like they do it. It is very like, you're like, wow, like over the right shoulder, and everything's prepared at the table. Like if you order a Caesar salad or any type of salad, it's prepared there, and they put the toppings on for you at the table. It's pretty incredible.
One of the few places that still serves creamed corn as a side dish.
Yes.
I like it. I mean, their creamed corn is pretty good.
And another thing, no substitutions on anything. Whatever you order, however it's made, is what you get. There's no custom. Oh, I want it without butter, and you have gluten-free bread. All that BS is out the window. No, you don't get any typical LA garbage like that in there. It's what you order is what you get.
Jason David Frank. I don't know.
I don't know who that is. Daniel will look it up real quick. No, Charlie, I'm always sad at anyone's death, but I think that's rounding out the three, because I think we've lost like.
Oh wow. He's Power Rangers.
Oh, he was the red. Was he the Black Ranger or White Ranger? No, Green Ranger.
Green Ranger.
Yeah. Oh, I heard about. I just didn't know. I was never a Power Rangers fan, so I never watched the show. I only know basics about it.
They just had a reunion because Alan Parker, if I'm saying his name correctly, who was Black Ranger during that, when it was going through those changes, he choreographed a dance for us when I did that benefit and we did Grease. He lent us all of the wardrobe, so I know him. He's been on the show. He was on Put It Together, and they just had a reunion. They were just at a reunion thing.
Yeah.
Love it. BS out the window. Oh yeah. At the restaurant, totally.
Oh yeah, like there's none of that. You don't go in there and be a prima donna. They're like, you everything that's on the menu that says you're gonna get, and you're gonna get it that way. The only choice you have is what salad dressing you'd like.
But remember for your birthday, was it last year or the year before, that we went to John's in Culver City?
Oh yeah, it was last year.
Last year, and I was not.
Nothing about it was overly impressive. I don't know why people made such a big deal about it.
It was twice the price of George Petrelli,
and I feel like it was lesser quality. And
the service, you know how I'm about
service was offensively. All I could say is completely homophobic. Like the floor manager went around to every other effing couple, and said, "How's it going?" Like he even did it multiple times to some of them. And right next to us, and he never once acknowledged us or asked how we were doing, how the food was, our server was nice enough. He's the one who really screwed it up because he's a homophobe. Because the only excuse he had was it was two men enjoying a meal together, and we weren't acting straight, and we don't need to.
Then,
it's the 21st century.
Then I posted a review on their Facebook page,
or do any type of BS like that in your restaurant, shut down, go out of business, please. Because you're out of fucking date by about 30 years. I'm sorry. It pisses me off. Excuse my language.
Well, and then I posted the review on their Facebook page and I got blocked. But people can still read it. I still get once in a while. Yeah, they didn't delete it. They just blocked me.
They're not allowed to. Yeah, because that's an honest review.
Because once in a while I get that somebody liked the comment, but I can't go back and find it. I can't get it. So if any one of you
Oh, I could go get it.
Go to John's restaurant in Culver City, and you could probably find my
I
review.
can't remember what it's called. Anyway, it was so offensive. That part of it was very offensive, and it was my birthday. It's like, really, you can't even like, you can't overcome your personal judgment issues, which are backdated to 20th century standards, and you're a floor manager. Serious? Like,
And
I'm glad I
normally
didn't notice, because I honestly, I'm not Daniel. I would have said something. I would call him over and go, so, and I would say it very loud because the place was very quiet and dark. And I'd be like, so, is it because we're a gay couple you can't seem to find the time to ask how we're doing? Is there something wrong? Like, do you have some fundamental issue with us and our lifestyle?
Well, this is why we're loyal to George Petrelli's, because they always treat us really nice. They always treat us really
and
nice.
Mama Petrelli treats us like little kings. Like, she actually knows us. Like, she's like, oh, welcome back. And she is so nice. And their servers are so on top of their game. You know, like I said, they're older servers, but they are that, because they're older servers, they know what they're doing. And we just figured, that's when we said, you know what, we'll just stick with what we know. The food is
We like it.
the
It's great.
steaks are breathtakingly delicious.
Which we're actually going. Well, I don't know. For everybody who doesn't know, this Saturday is Christian's birthday. Yay! So we're gonna be meeting. If anybody is in the Southern California area and you would like to join us, we're going to be at the Olive Garden in Culver City at the mall at 1 o'clock. So we'll be there at 1 o'clock. Some friends are already on the list to join us, but if you'd like to join us, please let me know, and we'll save you a seat, so you can come over and join us.
Sorry, I read Charlie's comment. I wasn't saying it. We're not
The
gonna
manager, the restaurant manager, they didn't know.
No, he was a middle-aged, ugly straight guy,
He
and
wasn't.
he dressed like a pig. So yeah, he looked exactly what he was.
But
Douche.
changing it over to the good side is we're going to go have lunch there. So if you'd like to join us at Olive Garden, we'll have some of our friends have already confirmed that they'll be there. And then Christian and I are going to have his private dinner on Saturday night. So
I'm getting a tomahawk steak prime rib. I'm going to lift it up like a brontosaurus burger, a brontosaurus.
we are well-established constructive professional instigators with class. That should be a t-shirt. That should really be a t-shirt.
Yep. Absolutely. No, I'm always all for calling out a business if they're using some type of old-fashioned Machiavellian standards to serve their customers. It's like,
yes.
We will never, even if that business if it was the best meal we ever had, we'd never go back.
Yeah.
Because once you burn it like that, there's a reason. Now I get it. Like, there's a reason there's only a bunch of stodgy old street people in that restaurant that night. It's because that's all the customers can eat.
We go to a lot of really great restaurants that know us, that appreciate us. We go to Cafe Vida. They're in Culver City.
Oh gosh, yes, I love that.
And they always treat us really nice.
They do.
Make sure you give Christian a birthday spanking. Oh, Charlie. Oh, Charlie. Oh, Charlie.
He's taking over for Emery for the time being. No, thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you, Micah.
Happy early birthday, yes.
But yeah, but no. On other notes, like I said, Daniel and I, I could say 95% of our restaurant experience have been very, very good here. It's LA, for Pete's sake. It's California, West Coast, LA.
And we tip well. I mean, not to put us out there like, oh my God, but we treat our servers well, because we're chatty, and we usually stop them, and sometimes there's a corny joke there available. So and we're not high maintenance, but we do like having a repertoire with the servers.
Yeah.
So we make sure that we tip them for. Sometimes no. Sometimes, I mean, yes, sometimes they're just not game with it, and I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. But most of the places, like, remember we used to go to Taco Plus a lot, and the moment we walked in, they knew who we are.
Yeah.
The lady at Horchatas knows us.
Oh yeah.
when we walk in.
Even though she gypped us our fries this last
How
time.
dare she? Yes, we'll have to go back on that one.
Yeah.
But there, yeah. Anyway, but we have our favorite places. So.
But Horchata is a fabulous tiny little Mexican restaurant in a strip mall, and it's adorably tiny. But they put out, oh God, the food they put out is so good. I love horchata, and they were out of horchata that night.
the Rio where we go for the mole is really good.
Oh, they're really
We haven't
good.
been there in a while. Haven't been there in a while. We haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, I haven't been there. Yeah, we need to head over there. And it's a nice place because it's usually pretty quiet. So you can still hear yourself think. It's not like crazy busy. I mean, they're busy, but thankfully people aren't really loud. Like at Olive Garden, I said, as long as we can sit out in the patio, I'm good. But sitting inside just gets too freaking noisy.
Yeah.
It's noisy. And then you get little kids screaming and running around. It just, it puts me, it starts my social anxiety and I can't stay.
We were just there about a month ago with our compadres having lunch. So.
Yep. And oh my God, I got the cutest pictures. Daniel shared the cutest pictures with me of our godson. He's so cute.
Should I mention the other Mexican small restaurant that Daniel loves that shall remain? Charlie, you want me to ban you from the show, don't you? That's what you're looking for.
You mean Taco Bell?
Which, okay, well, I'm going to confess because I need to confess. I'm going to confess that every once in a while, like I did when I came back from Puerto Rico, Del Taco.
Daniel likes his Del Taco.
I do like Del Taco's.
They're bean and cheese burritos.
Bean and cheese tacos. Just bean and cheese. I don't know if I think I like the green salsa better than the red salsa ones. But, man, those in the air fryer.
Oh, yeah.
For crispy. 5 minutes at 350, and they get just nice. Oh, because I forget what we got for dinner.
Yeah, the other night.
Oh, we stopped at tacos. We stopped at horchata on the way home from.
Yeah, we had horchata for a late. It felt like more like a late lunch.
And then
we got hungry later on. A few hours later, we got hungry and we ordered some Del Taco.
And then I got the French fries from. The French fries from Del Taco are pretty good too. So
yeah, they're crinkle cut too. But yeah, I'll have to admit, the horchata ones are pretty good. It was very disappointing not to get them.
Remind them.
But it's the first time they've ever forgotten something in our order.
But anyway, for anybody who is not from California, when you come to California to visit, let us know and we'll take you to some of our favorite restaurants. Yeah. Talked all about food today for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm hungry. Nancy's on here. I made carne con elote for dinner.
Carne con elote. So he made meat and corn.
Beef and corn?
Doesn't, you see, isn't that funny? In Spanish, it sounds a lot more like appetizing than it does in English. Meat with rice or meat with corn.
Did you hear about the dumb, stupid lady that, oh yeah, the Mayan pyramids, Mexico, and then dancing the stairs? Yeah, she was from Spain.
Because she was totally disrespecting, and then to be a Spaniard?
She was a Spaniard.
The ones who came and invaded the conquistadores? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like,
people were talking about the fact that, like, if she were like a U.S. or
it would be like
a
German going to a Jewish cemetery and dancing on the graves.
Because she looked
don't do that.
She looked like everybody thought she was from the U.S. and then people found out that she was from Spain. They're like, well, at least she could understand the insults, and she was being. People were throwing her. I don't approve of the physical part of it, but like she got a fine because it's federal property. Like you can't do it.
If you're a Spaniard, you do not dance on a Mexican.
I'm like, come on.
Monument. You just don't. You're so Spaniard. You guys, God, how can you be Spanish and not understand your own history? Again.
And, yeah. Yeah, some people do go to chaclas. Yeah, totally. And Nancy, yes, my carne con elote doesn't taste anything like your kind of corn latte. It never has the same taste.
No,
Never.
no, Daniel has said that consistently, that I need to
Yeah.
have yours, not his, to truly judge it correctly.
Yeah. But
But
anyway,
yeah, no, that
well,
type of
you know,
stuff-
if you're gonna be in Mexico and you're gonna get in trouble, you're gonna get the chancla. Like it's just not.
it just boggles my mind that she did that. Like,
Yep.
it just, and yes, I know everyone wants to jump on it. That, oh, she must be American because they're so ignorant and dumb. Nope. She
Not
was-
this time. Can't
No.
blame it on the
I'm
gringos.
so glad it came out that she was a Spaniard. So
Can't
that
blame it
makes
on the
it worse.
gringos this time.
it was
Anyway,
not,
are you ready?
for once it wasn't our fault. Oh, is it already? My
The
goodness.
chancla, let's see. Yeah. All right. Where is it?
My pick of the week is Black Adam. I just watched it last night, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson, or now just Dwayne Johnson. I think he got rid of the Rock part, but he's still The Rock. I guess he still does WWF stuff. But anyway, he did a good job in this. Like, you know, he's a total action actor, so it works. If the movie, it was well written, well done. They developed the character well. It wasn't just like this, you know, oh, this person, and his name wasn't, he wasn't even called Black Adam till the end of the film. But it was just really good, really good. If you just like good old fashioned DC comic action with a lot of darkness, because everything in the DC universe seems to be dark. This was it. And it was really entertaining, and the time flew on it. And do watch through the whole credits, because there is, just like the Marvel movies do, there's a little vignette at the end of the credits that tells you a little more insight into what's happening. And in this one particular one, there's appearance of a superhero in the DC universe that no one was sure was going to still be played by the same actor, but it is. And I could just expose it because it's been all over the news and internet. Henry Cavill as Superman. So either way, great movie, worth watching. It is available. I watched it online, but it will be available, I think, streaming on, well, I don't know who. I want to say HBO, but I don't think so. It might be Paramount too. Oh, well, I don't know which one, but I watched it through a different online service.
Cool. My pick of the week is, sorry folks, I'm dealing with two different sets here. There we go. My pick of the week is Blockbuster. It's relatively new on Netflix. It is the story of the last Blockbuster left open, and how they're seeing all these all these Blockbusters around them close, and they're getting all the news that stores are closing, that they're fading off, and how they are trying to keep it alive. It is, I just lost his name. There we go. Randall Park, if you remember, right off the bus, or off the boat. He was the dad in that show. Melissa Fumero, who was in 999. Christian would know the name of the show, but a lot of like really well-known actors from other shows are on this show. But it is basically the story of the last Blockbuster available, and how they stayed open. And that is my pick of the week. And I'm going to wait for Christian to come back to his chair because I don't see him. There he is.
You're not supposed to say that, dude. That's like, oh, 1 second, Ryan Reynolds is in the bathroom behind the scenes. We're waiting for him. Oh, you mean I shouldn't say that on camera?
But yeah, Blockbuster Video, man. There, there still is the last one open
In Oregon, Beaverton.
Oregon. Yeah, and so this is, I guess it's based on that one being the last one, and this is the story of that. So go check it out. It's actually pretty cute. It's a cute show.
I actually saw it the last time I was up there visiting Andrea all those years ago. I actually drove right past the Blockbuster because my Airbnb was literally a block away from it. So yeah, I think it's in Beaverton. But anyway.
So since we're talking about food, what are y'all making for dinner? Is anybody making anything other than turkey this year that you want to talk about, share about? I do remember, and I don't know if Nancy can validate this, but
Oh, yes.
1899.
I have that on my list, the top of my list. I want to watch it.
Check it out. I remember us when my parents worked at one of the companies, because they always worked together at the same companies, taking the turkeys to Mexico and making turkey tamales for Christmas or for Thanksgiving. Because in Mexico, there's no Thanksgiving. But I remember...
Because it's not America. They don't have a history like we do.
Yeah, they're like, pilgrims, ¿qué es eso? And baking green bean casserole, but with extra onion thingies. Oh, that's my favorite.
Crispy things on top. No,
Yeah. I had some quesadillas for dinner.
Today?
Yum.
Hey,
That sounds pretty good.
Hey, and I know you are in the research phase, so it's whatever works. That's the best thing.
I don't think he'll mind us.
Daniel connected. So
yeah, I don't think people will mind. I don't think he'll mind us saying tamales. My one weakness. I like.
I love the banana ones that we got. Not the banana. They're not banana tamales, but they're wrapped in banana leaves. And we had a friend whose mother was doing it, but that was pre-COVID, so I don't know if they're doing it anymore.
Yeah, then she got sick, and I don't know if yeah, but Brian. His mom would make tamales, and I had to drive all the way to the valley. Oh my God, that just sounded so okay. That just sounded so LA.
I know. I had to drive to the valley though to pick them up. Because living on the west side people don't even acknowledge like that any other parts of LA exist outside of the west side. That's a very west side thinking. So for Daniel to say, I had to, and he didn't even say like, ooh, I had to drive, but it's like I had to drive to the valley to pick them up. And it's like, that's how people on the west side talk about going into San Fernando Valley over the hill. They're like, ugh, I had to go over to the valley.
Oh my God. At this point, I cannot deny anymore that I've lived in California long enough.
Southern California.
It's like, oh my God, I had to drive to the valley, which is like 30 minutes in no traffic. It's really like 30 minutes.
But still,
an hour. It's an hour to go and come back.
But it's going to the valley. It's like
going to the valley.
Who wants to go to the valley? We have everything
for fun.
Ugh, the valley.
It's hot. I know.
It's hot. It's smoggy and smelly. And it's
I don't want to go to the valley for tamales.
Tamales. I don't want to go to the valley for tamales. You can get tamales anywhere.
Can you just Uber them over here? Just Uber them. I'll send an Uber.
And the tamales probably have cat hairs in them because it's in.
Just put them in an Uber. Send them in an Uber. It's cheaper.
Dirty.
It's cheaper that way. Oh my God. Okay, that's horrible.
That was like, I'm not kidding. It is so. The West Siders are so stuck up about the rest of LA.
But
I do. It's like you're just like, oh well.
I don't know if Brian watches this show, but Brian, if you're watching, tell your mom we miss her tamales. They were really good.
Yeah, a great deal. They were so good, so amazing, worth the drive, worth her tremendously long drive into the valley to get.
In other news, before we go, just reminding you, probably right after, like next week after the holiday. Well, first of all, December 1st is World AIDS Day, so make sure that you pay attention to wherever you live. December 1st is Thursday. There will probably be a candlelight vigil or a reading of names or some kind of ceremony for World AIDS Day, December 1st. Check it out. I'm going to be doing 2 live streams on Thursday. One is the interviews that I do every year from the Cobblestone Park at Main Beach here in Laguna Beach for the Laguna Beach HIV Advisory Committee. So I will be doing the interviews at the beginning of the show like I do every year. But this year we'll have somebody else handling the rest of the show, because then at 6:30 I will be hosting the red carpet intro to the World AIDS Day event for Radiant Health Centers. And we'll be doing some interviews from there. And then after that, the whole ceremony, the speeches and all will be pre-recorded, and I'll post those later in the evening. So stay tuned. World AIDS Day, December 1st, which is next Thursday. 2 live streams. Pay attention. We'll still have our show, but then Thursday. But on Friday, December 2nd, I will be doing a read-along. So I will be doing Grumpy Bunny and the Colors Game. I will be reading it live and putting up the the link for you to order your book, which hopefully will make it in time for Christmas. So if you want to order books for Christmas, stay tuned on December 2nd, Friday. In lieu of Cardivo, I will be doing a live reading of Grumpy Bunny and the Colors Game. We'll be doing it in English and in Spanish. So, and those idiomas, so that you can hear the book. And if you want to order it, you can order it on the spot, and we'll get those out to you Monday. Because most post offices, I didn't realize that most post offices are closed on Saturdays.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this one's closed on Saturday. Laguna Beach is closed on Saturday.
I actually think mine, the closest one to the little extension one by me, I think they might be closed on Saturday too. But
Yeah.
I guess where I've seen before COVID, they were open on Saturdays. But I'm thinking after COVID, they're still not open on Saturdays anymore. You have to go.
So stay tuned for that. Lots going on next week, and then tomorrow we might just turn on our phone for a little bit and do some live streaming for y'all to join us while we decorate our tree. We don't have that much decoration, so I don't know how much we're putting up, but
I thought we bought a lot of ornaments.
it seems like a lot. But I think we bought a lot of accessories, not necessarily a lot of Christmas ornament stuff. But we'll go shopping on Friday or Saturday for some more ornaments. So
Okay. And Daniel, how many tamales can you eat in a sitting? Probably like 3, 4.
oh wait, there was other questions. I can make them chicken tamales myself. I'll probably make some for myself. Ooh, yummy. How many tamales can you both eat in one sitting?
I probably could do like maybe 2 or 3, depending on how stuffed and big they are.
It depends. I know this is weird, but it depends. Like if I'm eating them, like just heat them up, eat them, I can have 2. But I normally chop them up.
Oh, and put them.
Yeah, fry them up a little bit, and then I pour salsa on top of them with
And
a little bit of onions.
You could do 3.
Yeah, and then I can do 3. But I'll do grilled. I'll saute the onions, throw in the tamales, get them crispy on both sides, and then once it's got a crispy edge, then I'll pour some salsa over it, which I just made some salsa tonight, and then I can eat 3. But when like if I'm in the mood, I'll get some queso fresco from the store,
Mhm.
and then I'll put queso fresco on top, and oh, that's so good. A little bit of beans on the side.
Okay, Charlie. So to answer a very long answer to a very short question. Now I probably do 2 or 3 regular tamales, and Daniel would probably do 2, maybe 3 if he's able to chop them up and cook them. 6. Wow.
Carlos eats like 5 or 6.
Oh,
and it
I've
depends on the tamales too. Some people cook big chunky tamales.
yeah, big one.
Yeah, and then some people, like if you buy them at the store, sometimes they're. But remember we were buying them at Ralph's.
Yeah, they
We were
weren't
buying them at Ralph's.
bad.
No, and then I was ordering them off Amazon too, and those weren't bad either.
Yeah, yeah. So we found some alternatives. So they're just not as good as a homemade one. But
All right,
still
Bugs.
good.
Well, we're coming to the end of the show. Thank you for joining us. We want to wish y'all a very happy.
Thanksgiving.
I was going to say very Merry Christmas.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
not
know.
Christmas.
A very, 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 very happy Thanksgiving. If you're spending time with friends or family of choice, or on your own, enjoy the day and be grateful for everything you have, even in particular, the roof over your head.
And we are so grateful for y'all for joining us every week. We appreciate your support. Love y'all. And like I said, you might catch us tomorrow. So if you don't have anything else to do, join us tomorrow for a while. I'll post it probably about 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So join us for some Christmas trimming and some post food chat. Anyway, love you guys.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
See you tomorrow. Let me find the video before we say goodbye because I'm on my phone looking for things. Here we are. Okay, bye.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.